Today I want to share with you guys 4 stages of absorbing a language naturally. So I want to share with you guys these 4 stages, not only to deliver the information, but also just let you guys acknowledge that learning a language is a journey, like a process, and you can't really skip any steps or else it would be fast but ineffective. And so just try to trust the process and be patient with your language learning journey, because everything good takes time, right? So now let's dive into the 4 stages of absorbing a language. And maybe you can check what stage you guys are at, and try to improve and move on to the next step and avoid skipping anyone. The first stage is comprehension. So in this stage, you just try to have as much input as possible. Try to listen to different resources, different documents, and even from the people around you, and try to understand what topic they're talking about. But you don't need to dive deeper into details of what they're saying, just trying to have an input and understand the overall topic of the conversation. The next step is familiarization. So in this step, the thing that we prioritize is to use grammar and vocabulary in the most accurate and flexible way. And that's why, in the first step, you have listened. And so in the second stage, you will try to retell the things that you've listened, or in the most similar way to the original. But you don't have to force yourself to memorize and say the same thing. You just try to retell the thing that you've listened. And also you can bring the sentence structure in the original passage into your conversations in English. And this will also help you to create a foundation of using accurate vocabulary and grammar from the beginning. The third stage is application, where you will apply the things that you've learned in stage 1 into your daily life. So in this step, what we prioritize is creativity. Try to be creative with your chamber of knowledge. You can write short stories for yourself, or you can use the structures, the base of vocab and grammar that you've learned in the previous stages into your daily conversations. And so just try to be creative with what you have. And one thing that is really important, really crucial in this step, is to not be afraid of making mistakes, because this step is for you to be creative, for you to apply the things that you've learned. And if you are afraid of making mistakes, it will be a really big barrier in your learning process. Now that you have certain foundation, you can move on to watching and listening to various sources in order to just expand your knowledge. Moving on to our last stage, and I think this is where all the fun starts to begin. In this step, you have quite mastered the language, and you can use your language to express yourselves and your opinions. In this step, you just, like its name suggests, we prioritize the extension of everything. You just try to open your mind and step into a new world with your benefits and your knowledge. So try to express yourselves and join in discussions, conversations about more complicated topics. And those are the 4 steps of absorbing a language. And so, some final notes. Have you guys ever planted a tree before, or do you know the process of planting a tree? So I guess you guys know that. And yeah, planting a tree, you cannot force it to grow in 1 day or 2 days. It takes time, and so does learning languages, and basically every other thing in life. Everything takes time. And I know that learning a language may be a challenging process, and it can test your patience multiple times, but just know that this is a very rewarding journey and nothing goes to waste. It brings you a lot of meaningful experiences, opportunities, benefits, and maybe also memories. So just be patient with your journey, and I hope that you will soon see some results, see some fruits on the trees for yourself, and bye-bye!